they're at right now.
Well, looking at Orlando, they've stayed right there near the top of the standings. One of those dangerous teams that can give any team a real tough challenge on any night.
Yeah, you got that right. I mean, when you catch them at their best, they're an absolute handful.
A look at the starting group for the Magic. They've got Beasley. Baca is out there with Nene. Then there's Nick Young. And it's Rose in at the 1. And for the Nuggets, we've got Wallace. Lowry out there with Terry. Then it's Anthony. And it's Love in at the 4.
Nice way for him to get started here early.
And, guys, hopefully a sign of things to come from him here. Well, you know, playing against the Thunder has to bring back some painful memories for the Nuggets, guys. I mean, looking back on their first-round loss, and it was closer than the 5-game total might suggest. That was a very competitive series.
Now here is Lowry. Jumps up. And Anthony with the basket on the assist by Lowry.
That's exactly what they had in mind on that possession.
Yeah, you're right, Clark. In that series between the Thunder and the Nuggets, really a tough defensive series. Steve, both teams shooting just 42% from the field.
And I thought what really hurt Denver was giving up so many offensive rebounds to the Thunder. And that led to a lot of free throws because we saw some offensive putbacks and fouls. Those little things over the course of the series, Kevin, those really make a huge difference as time wears on.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Kevin, George Karl and I caught up for just a bit. He said that he has a team prepped for the shot blockers their opponents feature and has a countermeasure for it. He said we're going to turn things around on them, getting them up in the air with pump fakes, creating some contact, and get them in foul trouble. Let's see if they're successful.
Terrific, Doris. Thanks. They put a lot of thought into how they're going to match up against the opposing defense, guys.
Well, one of the things you got to do here, Kevin, and Steve, you can't afford empty possessions against this team. You've got to put the ball in the basket.
Yeah, that's for sure, Clark. You got to make them count because you know you're not going to get a lot of open looks. So make sure you make the defense move the ball, try to get good looks, and make them pay.
Just 5 to shoot. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. Hangs. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
How good is Carmelo Anthony, guys, especially from that triple threat position. He faces up. He can either pull up and shoot the ball or put it on the floor and get to the rim.
Catching up on the changes for Orlando. Ryan Anderson, he's checked in for Ibaka. And Thabo Sefolosha subbed in for Nick Young. Now the dish to Sefolosha. Love against Anderson. Feeds it to Beasley. He feeds it to Sefolosha. Backing down is Nene. From the baseline. And it's good. Nene's got his first basket of the night. Steve, you're right. I mean, defenders can't sag off Carmelo Clark. That mid-range pull-up jumper, maybe the best in the game.
Well, you combine his size and his strength with that kind of pull-up mid-range jumper. It is as lethal as there is in the game. And then you talk about his post-up ability as well, his quick first step. I mean, if you were going to actually design a 21st century score, pure score, his name is Melo.
Yeah, in this environment,
yeah.
the NBA, with the rules the way they are now.
Yeah, that's it.
Here's Nene, and the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. For the Nuggets, Mozgov, he's checked in for Wallace. Lonzo G comes in for Carmelo Anthony. And Luke Ridnour subbed in for Kyle Lowry. Terry with it. Puts it up. Jump shot is good. Terry's got his first points of the game. Beasley for 3. And no good trying to get that one. And a high-scoring first quarter. Both teams really filling it up. It's the Magic. Well, it's been a tight one so far as we get the second quarter going back here. Here is Ridnour.
Well, you know, as much as the Magic were able to romp through the East, they had their troubles with Western Conference opponents last season.
So with Anthony sitting on the bench, Here's the group that George Karl has on the floor. Josh Powell is out there with Alonzo G. And it's Rush. Then there's Glenn Davis. And it's Ridnour in at the point guard position. Clark, you talked about the Magic in the West, over 500. But, Steve, not by a whole lot.
Yeah, 16 and 14 in their 30 games against the West. And that hindered them a little bit in terms of trying to chase down Miami for that division crown.
Rush. They grabbed their own miss. Outside, Davis. Dishes it to Powell. Over Ibaka. The shot by Powell, no good. Here's Orlando now. This the first chance to take a look at the Nuggets this season.
Well, they were two of the best teams in the entire league last season. And it was a really interesting matchup when they played against each other. Each team winning one game.
Here's G. Chance there to take the lead. Missing. And it's the Magic with the ball. They're coming off that win against the Nets.
Boy, they got hot from three-point range in that game. And that's really what gave them some distance with that lead.
You know, Steve, knowing your history in the game, I know you love to see shooting like that.
As Steve said, there were two huge games these two teams played last year, but Clark, neither got the upper hand.
Still, it was a fun couple of games to watch, Kevin. I mean, anytime these two teams are on the floor together, you know it's going to be good.
Great awareness by fouling on that layup. Make him earn 2 points.
Yeah, I think that's a no-brainer. I mean, send him to the line instead of giving up an easy 2.
Here's what Denver's going with right now. Carmelo Anthony is checked in for Alonzo G. Terry comes in for Brandon Rush. And it's Lowry in for Luke Ridnour. Then for the Magic, Earl Clark's checked in for Beasley. And Derrick Rose is subbed in for...
Sledgehammer! Man, that should be illegal, Kevin.
You give him an opening like that one, he'll take advantage.
Great-looking transition that time, guys.
Here's Lowry. Still looking to get on the scoreboard. And Rose picks him up defensively. Rose gets called for the reach. That's his first foul.
First personal foul, team's first.
Here is Lowry. And he gets it to go from the high post. Here is Rose. There's 53 seconds left to play here in the half. Here's Ibaka. Denver grabs the miss. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
Yeah, it was just a terrific night shooting the ball. Everything was going. They played very well offensively.
Steve, it's amazing what shot making can do and how it can carry over to the rest of the game.
And Lowry gets it to go.
You give him any kind of space, he's going to knock that down.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Rose. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. And that ties it up.
Boy, nice pick there, guys. I mean, gave him the space he needed for the hoop.
Clark is tagged with the reach. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line.
That's his first personal foul, second team foul.
That free throw good from Anthony. So it's both teams making substitutions here.
Taking 2 shots.
Both free throws good from Anthony. Here is Anderson. Right side Rose.
So far in the game for Anthony, he's got 6 points, and he's also...
Magic, 13.
And it's a good one going on in the It'll be the Cleveland Cavaliers up against the 76ers out in Philadelphia.
We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball. Here's Lowry.
Guys, if you're a visiting team, I mean, the Pepsi Center is one of the toughest places to try to steal a win. I mean, the altitude isn't helping matters, that's for sure, and it can actually literally take the wind out of you.
Checking out the group for Stan Van Gundy to start the second half. Ibaka is out there with Nene. Then there's Derrick Rose. Then there's Beasley. And it's Young in at the 2. And for the Nuggets, going back to their home court advantage, you know, when you get off the opposing team bus, the first sign you see as you go in that doorway is, just to warn you folks, you're a mile high and breathing.
Right?
And
That's right.
You played there. You saw
Yeah,
it.
no, that's right.
It's hard to breathe here. So now you mix in their high energy, that high pace of game that they go through. I mean, wow, what a combination.
Yeah, that's a lethal combination if you're the road team.
And they're too deep at every position, guys, so they can really put some pressure on you at both ends of the floor. Boy, the defense has to commit so much attention to him. He's just an important part of this offense.
Here's Lowry. He has 5. It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing, defended by Ibaka. Anthony's shot is off.
You got to like the interior defense, guys. Really strong, protecting.
Great lob, great catch, perfect execution on the alley-oop.
And not just with any old finish either. The big stuff.
Yeah, little something for everybody, Kevin. He thought he made that one.
He sure did. I mean, it was an excellent look. It just didn't go down. You look at what George Karl has overcome in his battle against cancer and other issues the last few years, and it's just a testament to how tough a person he is.
Outside Lowry. Back to Terry. Takes it up. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
That's his second.
Some good thoughts by Clark as we go back to George Karl. A lot of guys, Steve, would have called it a career, but you know and I know, all of us know, he just loves this game so much.
Well, it was so nice to see the support that he got from around the league as he battled cancer. Did such a great job with that team during the Carmelo drama, as they called it. It was really a very taxing year for George Karl, but he battled through it and ended up putting Denver in a really good spot heading into the postseason.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Tipped. Here's Rose. No luck. Now Denver takes it the other way.
Well, that's a really good look, but even as good a shooter as he is, they're not all going to fall.
It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. 6 points for him. Terry the pass to Love. Outside Lowry. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. It's on Nene.
Lowry, the Villanova product, a lot of people didn't think he could be a starting point guard in the NBA because he's not the most efficient shooter, but he's very careful with the basketball. Very efficient, takes care of it, and makes sure his teammates get good looks out there.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Rush is checked in, and he makes the first but misses the second. And what Steve just said about Lowry, that's very important to a coach. Clark, that efficiency that you brought up. Nice to have a point guard that will not turn the ball over.
Yeah, you need a guy that'll squeeze that orange, because if you want orange juice, you got to squeeze it. And 35 minutes a game, just about 2 turnovers with 8 assists, that's a good number.
Huge numbers, you're right.
Yeah.
Love dishes to Melo. Back to Love. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. And the Nuggets lead by 1. And here we go with Derrick Rose, averaging 8 points a game. Off the pick. Oh! Dunked hard with one hand.
You know, his athleticism kind of sneaks up on you. You forget about how athletic he is until he makes a play like that.
What a powerful move to the hoop, Steve.
Yes, sir.
It kind of catches you off guard, doesn't it? Because he's got those little legs, and then all of a sudden, bam, he just explodes.
That was definitely worth a second look with our great Sprite Slam Cam. And at the close of the third quarter, still a close game, and both teams putting up points in a hurry.
Looking at the game Rose has been having, he's got 6 points and 1 assist.
From the Pepsi Center in downtown Denver, we're back in a moment. Doris Burke has a report for our Sprite Spark of the game. Doris?
Hey, Kevin, well, it's the magic with the Sprite Spark. There have been no missteps along the way, and they have shown great heart and hustle so far. It's been a big factor as to why they're in the position to win this thing. Guys?
Thanks, Doris. A moment now to reset the lineups, brought to us by Gatorade, all fueled up here for the fourth quarter. So on the floor for Denver, we've got Glenn Davis. Terry is out there with Luke Ridnour. Then it's Wallace. And it's Anthony in at the small forward.
DJ Augustine. Teams first. Shooting for Denver.
The first one falls.
Jason Terry. Taking 2 shots.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Orlando trailing here. And here's Augustine. Back to Nene. Kicks it to Young. Nene with the screen on Terry. Augustine from outside. And that one's good. And the Magic lead by 2.
What a great game. This looks like it's going to go right down to the wire.
Well, you talk about what happens in close games. Mistakes are magnified. Both teams have to be very careful down the stretch here.
The feed to Ibaka. And he lays it straight in.
Neither team having any trouble putting the ball in the basket.
Nope, nada. I mean, we haven't seen much defense either. I mean, both of these teams really locked in to try and outscore each other.
And the Nuggets with some changes. Kevin Love's checked in for Wallace. Lonzo G comes in for Carmelo Anthony. And it's Lowry in for Luke Ridnour. Derrick Rose is checked in for Orlando. Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Hey guys, well George Karl had some advice for the team in that last huddle. He's still pretty confident, turning to his guys and saying, I don't care what the scoreboard says. We're still in the driver's seat if we play up to our standards.
Terry against Young. With the clock winding down, the shot is off, so Orlando will take it the other way. And Ibaka slams it in.
With that one, boy, they got the crowd buzzing there.
A pretty perfect play all around.
What a fantastic dunk to finish it off, too.
1:29 left in the fourth. And Love backs in. And they get it. The Nuggets with another miss. The Magic leading by 6. They've definitely hit that groove offensively.
They sure have, guys. I mean, really aggressive. And I like that posture and mindset. Stay aggressive.
Yeah.
Steve, you like groove, don't you?
I do. I love groove, Kevin, and I love the attack mode this team is in, too. I mean, they're really getting into the paint. They're getting whatever they want offensively. Well-contested shot there.
And that's the key defensively. You've got to make them work for it. Challenge every shot.
Fades away. Here's Davis. Yes! And now they trail by just 4. Here's Rose. And they go to the intentional foul. Ben Wallace, he's checked in for Denver. Anthony comes in for Alonzo G. Here's Young. And he stepped in the line, so they turn it over.
He just lost track of where he was on the floor.
On offense, here are the Nuggets, trailing by 4. Guarded now by Jason Terry. Deflects the pass. Nene kicks to Rose. Rose double-teamed. Pass to Young. From the arc. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. And the Magic lead by 7.
And this one's pretty much wrapped up.
And they know it. I mean, took care of business. Chalk it up as a W, Steve.
Michael Beasley, he's checked in for Earl Clark. We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Lowry kicks to Anthony. Rebounded by Serge Ibaka.
Tell you what, the defender made a nice recovery there. It looked like he was beaten, but he still managed to challenge the shot.
On its way from Beasley for 2. Misses the shot. And so it's Orlando winning this one. They pulled off this win, Clark, with respectable performances on both ends of the floor.
Yeah, I think it was just really a nice overall effort, Kevin.
And that